Cheers. Coffee. I've been accused of having whiskey in my tea, but it's coffee. It's just coffee in the morning. So today is day 14 of our Get Up and Go challenge, 40-day challenge. And we're going to talk about how to find infinite O's. Who doesn't want to find infinite O's? What does O stand for? If you remember in our, I lost my visual aid of my soap. In soap, remember we're using the soap model to deal with change and challenges. So we're trying to make it a core, foundational, subconscious process that we just automatically run whenever we're faced with a challenge, a change, a choice, a problem, a roadblock, an obstacle, a failure, a circumstance outside of our control. Whatever it is, we want to know that with 100% certainty we will come out on the other side of that better than when we went into it. And that is entirely up to us. And one of the fastest, easiest ways to guarantee that result is by applying the SOAP process. And the easier and faster you get that as a subconscious habitual process that you just do automatically, the faster and easier it is to deal with all of the tumultuous changes and stuff that's gonna happen in your life. Can't guarantee a lot in your life, but I can guarantee that you are going to experience change. Absolutely positively going to experience change. So yesterday, we either stayed with our same area, remember our main areas of life, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, and contribution. And we either stayed with the same one or we picked another one for this time through. We've gone through this SOAP process once, and now we're doing it again. And I said, I'm staying with in terms of physical, I'm going to continue to cut out sugar through the rest of the challenge to see how that really impacts me and what kind of a result I get. And then I decided to switch to the financial, because my financial one I rated pretty low as well. So S is all about determining where we are, being super clear on our present situation. And then what story we're telling ourselves about that, what excuses and challenges and beliefs and things that are coming up that are keeping us there, and then where we want to go. So it's all about, where am I? Where do I want to go? I'm at point A. This is where I am right now, but this is where I want to be. And maybe you are right where you want to be. Well, then guess what? That's not an area of your life that you need to be focusing on or working on or applying the SOAP process to. But for me, cold hard truth, I am not financially where I want to be right now. Just like everybody else, COVID has definitely blown things up and impacted the way I do things. So today I've decided I need to, and yesterday I kind of came to terms with, all right, I'm not where I want to be. Keeping doing what I'm doing, the status quo isn't going to get me to the long-term place I want to be. So I need to add something to that. I either need to create a new offering, create a new product or service, become a, and then that's where the O comes in, right? What are my options? What is possible to help get me from point A to point B? What else is possible? What are all the possible choices, possibilities, ideas, solutions, alternatives that I could explore in order to look at all of the options that are available to me? And I was recently introduced to a Venn diagram that describes how to find the integration point for infinite options, infinite choices, infinite possibilities. And I drew it out in my handy dandy fancy way on this Venn diagram, and I'll take a picture of it and share it in the comments below. One of these days I'll clean it up. But it goes to tell us that the formula for finding the integration point of what is the limitless possibility, what is the limitless option for us, and finding the sweet spot of that is by considering our mindset, our motivation, and our methods, what we're going to do. So methods are what you do, your mindset is what you think about it, and our motivation is why do we want to do it. And where those interact, we find integration. And integration of all three virtually guarantees our success at anything. If you're just combining my methods and mindset, you get ideation. If you're combining where those methods and motivation intersect, it's inspiration, which is awesome to have inspiration. And then where methods and motivation interact, it's implementation. So you'll do things. But guess what? If you're not doing the right things, I've been guilty of that. It's like running around with your chicken with your head cut off, and you're busy and you're running and you're stressed out and you're doing a lot of things, but you're not getting the results you want. So the sweet spot of all of this is integration. And that happens in the intersection of mindset, motivation, and methods. So they're all three areas. I don't remember who taught me this. It was just in the last month or so, but I love Venn diagrams. I love graphs, I love charts, I love math, I love science. So whenever there's one that takes a complex concept of how to be successful and how to make sure that you have infinite possibilities and options, and then what options to work on in one that I can see and look at in one picture, that's really, really powerful. Now, of course, I think he's written a whole book. I think it's a he that wrote a whole book that explains this. And I'm just taking out what I want and what works for me and putting it into practice immediately. I'm not gonna, and I probably will get the book as soon as I remember and get my notes out on who the book is by and who taught me this. But for right now, I wanted to pass it on and share it because I think it's such a powerful way of saying, okay, here's my brainstorm list of all the possibilities, all the possible things that I could do to get me from where I am to where I want to be. And then what of these do I have the right mindset for? What of these do I even want to try or do? And we'll talk about this tomorrow with the big A. And then what methods do I already have in my toolbox? What resources do I have? And what strategies and techniques and technologies do I already have within me? Or do I have easy access to? You know, say your significant other or your best friend is a funnel building whiz, and you know you want to build a funnel to do something, well, you know, a sales process, then you know you can call on your friend, or you know you already have those skills within you, and that means you already have the methods. So tomorrow we'll analyze, and we might this time through analyze all of our brainstormed options from today using this model. I haven't done that yet, so I say let's do that. Tomorrow we'll use this model to analyze our alternatives. Well, so what are we doing today? O is options, possibilities. Today's assignment, today's action item is to brainstorm all of the possible ways that you could impact the area of your life that you're talking about. So for me, financially, I'm working on finances. I know I need to have more income. I want to increase my income. So what are all the possible ways I could do that? So today, I haven't done it yet. I will brainstorm out. I will grab my little notebook out, which I already have my little shiny notebook for this challenge. I always have a new notebook for each challenge. And I will brainstorm out, and I actually do my activities in the notebook right along with you. But I will brainstorm out my list of, okay, what are all the possible ways I could get additional income? I could, you know, and I'm just going to map them all out and brainstorm them all. And then tomorrow, I'm actually going to look through that list, and we're going to see which ones fall in my integration point, which ones hit all three for me on mindset, motivation, and methods, and then I'll have you do the same. So now you already know what you're doing today and tomorrow. So today, piece of paper, brainstorm a list of all the possible things you could do to impact whichever area of your life you're working on. And again, I'm just sharing my example of finances because I know I want to make more income. So I'm going to brainstorm out all the possible ways I could make more income. And we'll talk off that tomorrow as an example for each and every one of you. If you have any questions so far about soap, we've been through it once, hit me up in the comments below. We're going to do a live Q&A one of these days, but I want to make sure I get enough questions and I make sure that I'm answering your specific question. I know what my questions are every time I go through this, and then I just seek to find the answers, but I need to know what yours are so I can help you to do the same. So I can help you shortcut the process of trying to figure it out yourself and get the answers that you specifically need. So if you're working on a particular area of your life and you're like, I'm dead, I can't stop, I can't think of a single thing to do about this area of my life, and you know, I don't know, might be, maybe it's relationships, maybe it's whatever, but just ask, right? Ask for help, because we always, here's an insider secret. The secret to everything you need to know, the secret to everything you need to do is already inside of you. And sometimes it just takes somebody outside of you asking a couple of questions so that you can open up and realize, oh, voila, I've known this all along. I've always known what to do next. I've always known what is right for me versus other people. I've always known that I can figure it out. So have an absolutely amazing and fun day. Have fun making brainstorm lists. Brainstorming is one of the most important tools you can ever have in your life, because it helps you to realize what an abundant, amazing universe we live in, and that there are so many different possibilities and possible solutions to any challenge that you'll ever face, that it really empowers you to move forward in your life. All right, have a great day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye.